Mississippi State coach Mike Leach died Monday night at the age of 61 after complications related to a heart condition. Leach, who was in his third season with the Bulldogs, known for his quirky personality, dry wit, and prolific air raid offenses. He was 158 and 107 as a head coach over 21 years at Mississippi State, Texas Tech, and Washington State, where he was named the AFCA National Coach of the Year in 2018. This one hit the college football world really hard. And Dan, you spent some time with him leading up to games you called. Yeah. What do you remember?
I called Jordan, I think it was Jordan Rogers, and going into the game, like production meeting, you always try to like connect with guys that have been with other coaches to see what they're like. And I remember calling Jordan, I mean, like, what's he like? Because I had heard the rumors, and he was like, don't talk football with them. My immediate brain was like, what are you talking about? He's like, don't talk football with them. Give them something off the football field or outside of football that you want to like have a conversation about. And I think I threw like, what's your favorite plot movie or something like that? And he went off for 10 minutes about, you know, some of his favorite movies that had really unique plots, and then we dove into football. But he was a guy that, like everyone has said today, just like very interested in so many things more than just football.
I think, first off, condolences to his family, also the Mississippi State family and everywhere that Mike Leach has coached. Today is a reminder of what a brotherhood football is. I never played for Mike Leach. I never met Mike Leach. I've never worked with him. But I feel the sadness that we often feel when we lose someone that's a part of this game. The amount of young kids that he's given the opportunity to get educations, also learn football, and also the authenticity that he showed in just being himself. So hard to function in locker rooms and function in this game and be different. And he was able to be different and be so authentic in that people embraced him, and he also embraced the people around him. And so to his family, again, I say that our thoughts and prayers will be with them. And Mississippi State in the football world lost a great ambassador to this game that says it doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter the size, it doesn't matter where you come from, that if we're all putting our hand in the pile and we are willing to win, we can learn to be brothers and we can learn to be family. So it's truly sad to lose another one.
You know, covering the SEC like I do and have done for all these years, I remember how excited we were when he was coming to the SEC because we thought this is such an infusion of personality. And he was that and then some. And one of my favorite stories about Mike Leach was during the height of the pandemic. We started a show with our coordinating producer at SEC Network, Barron Miller, that was called No Off Season. And I hosted it sometimes from my car, sometimes in my house. I had a 5-month-old, 6-month-old baby. Reese was really young then. And I was doing it and kind of thinking, why am I doing this? I'm probably wasting my time. But I was looking for a purpose during the time and felt like I was kind of floundering in my career. And we were reaching out to so many different coaches to come on the show. And we finally got Mike Leach. And he was one of the first to respond back and said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. He did it from Key West. We talked about everything from hot sauce to his bike rides every day. And it just put a smile on your face. But one of the things that stuck with me so much from that interview is he was commending me for being a young mother who was also working at the same time. And it was a message that I really needed at the time. I'm not sure he even knew how badly I needed that. It stuck with me. I internalized it, and it fueled me going forward. And I'm so incredibly thankful that he took the time to say that. He didn't have to do it. He's a family-minded man, and I think that was one of the things that really propelled him as a coach. We think about all the fun stuff that he did, but there was a lot more substance to it than I think just that. Either way, the college football world, a lot less colorful today.
Coach, I know you have strong thoughts on weddings. I'm in the middle of planning one right now. Do you have any advice for me?
Basically, every female in the family is going to terrorize you guys until it's over.
What's the best way to take your coffee?
Well, coffee tastes terrible anyway, so don't put anything in it to obstruct the harsh, bitter taste.
Well, first of all, there should be more sharks if you're by an ocean.
We're like one of the most constipated offenses on earth.
And there should be a lot more gorillas. There's a reason they only serve mint juleps once a year, because they're awful.
I hope there's Bigfoot. I don't think there is.
It's like Woodstock, except everybody's got their clothes on. I've told all my kids, I'll give you $10,000 extra if you elope. So far they haven't done it, but I would too.
Only Mike Leach could make all of us smile and laugh that way. Mike Leach gone way too soon. More NFL Live on the way.